In this course, you will learn about macroeconomics, which serves as the basis for understanding the global economy and the capital markets for more than 50 years of unrestrained global economic growth. In 2008, the first global recession broke out since the Second World War. A debt crisis and mass unemployment struck Europe. China showed signs of a recession, and the United States began to tread water. The global crisis that inflicted serious damage primarily on developing nations made economics the most important issue on our agenda. A national economy is a complex system that includes many participants and is measured based on gross domestic product. Gross domestic product is one of the indices that serves to assess the economic resilience of a country. Based on data from the International Monetary Fund, the IMF, the gross domestic product of all world nations stood at $70.03 trillion in 2008, where 62% of this sum was produced by the 10 strongest nations. Growth is what happens when this product increases. Growth is the life force not only of economics, but of the welfare of each and every one of us. When a population increases in size, growth produces work and allows the government to provide services for more people. Growth is attained by a culture of entrepreneurship, support of investments in research and development, education and knowledge. According to John Keynes, an important British economist who developed the modern fundaments of economics, there are 4 ways that an economy can achieve growth. 1. Private growth. Calculated by the consumption of residents of a country of final goods and services. For the last 40 years, private consumption has been one of the main sources of growth in the United States. 300 million Americans consume 4 times the amount consumed by over 1 billion Chinese. 2. Trade. This is the raw export of a country minus the raw import. The miracle that changed China from a ruined economy to the second largest world power is based largely on exports. Within 30 years, its exports grew by a factor of 86 to almost $2 trillion per year. 3. Investment. Investment is the purchase or sale of something with the intention of generating future returns through business activity, such as training, research and development, marketing, recruiting manpower, etc. Little Estonia invested 30 to 40% of the gross domestic product of all developing economies prior to the financial crisis and became a unique Silicon Valley in Europe. 4. Government. The government builds roads, employs teachers, and distributes stipends. The last century is characterized by an increase in government spending in the United States, in the larger European economies, and in one of the smaller ones as well. Greece increased its spending by 50% in the last 5 years and has accrued one of the largest debts in the Western world. Crisis did not take long to arrive. Economics is far more than a list of letters or a formula. It is driven by people, desires and inclinations. We live in a time where strong forces affect us, but now we have more power over our economic destiny than we have ever had before, and therefore it is imperative that we understand how economics works.